What up, hotheads? I'm Henry, and this is Blaze the Roof. This week, we'll be reviewing a sauce named Ginger Goat Tropic Star. The company is called Ginger Goat. It was founded in February of 2021. Don't have any idea who the founder is. I probably should have looked that up. Yeah, good job, Henry. Basically, only 3 months later, they were already on Hot Ones. This is their second sauce on there, I believe, and they've had a meteoric rise. The region, I'm going to say region because it's a few cities, they claim is the Waterloo region, which is a municipality that includes Waterloo, Kitchener, and Cambridge. Included in this region is Waterloo University, Wilfrid Laurier University, and Conestoga College. The Ontario craft beer craze also originated here. Kitchener was the first city to implement recycling in Canada. Famous people from here include Lennox Lewis, who lived in Kitchener from age 12 on, started his boxing career there, and he still maintains a residence. Jamal Murray, who is a star point guard with the Denver Nuggets, is also from Kitchener. Malcolm Gladwell, who is a best-selling author and podcaster. His podcast is named Revisionist History. Really good stuff. He grew up in this region. Now let's look at the packaging. So Ginger Goat, if I'm not mistaken, I remember the original having a black label with the same goat. The goat looks like he's wearing one of those Peaky Blinder hats. So it looks like, at least. And it's Tropic Star. On here it says, sweet and ripe mangoes play with the citrusy notes of lemongrass and the unique taste of star anise. The heat for this sauce comes straight from the mad scientist himself, Smoking Ed Curry, and a peach blend of some of the hottest and tastiest peppers. This sauce will take a starring role on your palate and keep you safe from vampires because it's a ray of sunshine. And their slogan on here is heat, flavor, and fun for your mouth. And let's now look at the ingredients. The ingredients include apple cider vinegar, mangoes, rice vinegar, bell pepper, super hot peach mash, lemon juice, ginger, carrots, extra virgin olive oil, garlic, lemongrass, sea salt, sugars, cilantro, star anise, and white pepper. And when they say white pepper, I think they mean like peppercorns. The feature this week, I thought we should look at the difference between American bacon and Canadian bacon. There are some differences. For one, think of Canadian bacon as more like a ham steak. American bacon is cut from the fatty belly of the pig. The Canadians cut it more from the back, especially the loin region. And the only difference between British or Irish bacon and Canadian bacon is that the British and Irish leave a lot more of the fat on there. So Canadian bacon is actually rather lean comparatively to the other bacons. And think of it this way, right? American bacon is basically smoked with salt and sugar, whereas Canadian bacon is brined and therefore results in a milder flavor. Canadian bacon comes in rounded slices, again due to the loin cut that it basically comes from, whereas the American bacon comes in strips. So if you want to use Canadian bacon, some ways you can use it are like on Eggs Benedict, in an omelet, in a breakfast hash, or even as a pizza topping. It's actually pretty good as a pizza topping. I prefer American bacon, but again, I'm American. Closest thing to Canadian bacon in America would be, aside from Canadian bacon, would be sliced ham. Before we get any further, let's hear from this week's sponsor. Ladies, when it comes to pleasure, you have to take matters into your own hands. That's why we here at the Phallus Palace offer the largest selection of dildos and vibrators, along with other sex toys. Stop shopping in the produce section and get yourself a genuine phallic item. It'll be hard to beat our selection. We stand behind our products so much that our owner, Rod Johnson, will give you back your money and let you keep the toy. That way, you're not screwed the wrong way. The Phallus Palace. When we say go fuck yourself, we mean it in a good way. Now for the moment of truth. It smells like vinegar. Just so I could smell the apple cider vinegar. I looked it up. This says it's 110,000 SHUs. So this is going to be pretty potent. Usually in that range, we're talking about like middle, like heavyweight, or at least like kind of like a lighter heavyweight. They mentioned peach peppers. Typically, we're looking at peach ghost peppers, or typical. It could be peach scorpion. It could be peach reapers. And if they're from Ed Curry, chances are they're going to be Reapers or even Pepper X. So while this might have peppers down on the list, it could be the Pepper X and it could be pretty potent. So this is a nice golden color. I assume it's going to be sweet. Well, here we go. Cheers. So it does have a very bright, citrusy flavor. You can taste the mango in here. It's really not that sweet, though. And I was thinking that the star anise would give it a little bit of a licorice flavor, but no, don't really taste it much. Maybe in the back end, but it is very subtle. So the prominent flavor is bright and tropical. Slightly sweet. The burn, it's already dying off now, but the burn was pretty intense. I'm going to say this is a middleweight. It wasn't that intense of a heat. However, it is a slow build, and that leads me to believe that it's at least ghost pepper. And this has lemongrass in it. Again, I don't really taste much of the lemongrass either, so predominantly it was like sweet and citrusy, but a very tasty sauce. What would I put this on? Anything Caribbean for sure. I could even see it going on like Filipino dishes, especially like if you got lechon, any type of pork. I could even see this going on like garlic rice. It would, again, go great with pork, right? What doesn't go great with pork? This would go great with Canadian bacon, for sure. Would I buy this? It's a pretty good sauce, not gonna lie. Here's what I'll say. Typically, these tropical sauces have a niche that they can go with. This one doesn't really have that. This kind of reminds me of a Heartbeat pineapple habanero, but with balls. And that's not an offense to Heartbeat. Heartbeat just makes, they don't make sauces as intense as this, but it's very flavorful. You know what? I would have this in my rotation. It's not a bad one to have. And then especially if you get a good breakfast that has a lot of, bacon and, or pizza with, like Canadian bacon, and you get the works with all the meats and all that, this would be a great way to add a little bit of citrus to it. So, yeah. Chicken, I suppose. I'm just not a big fan of chicken, but wings with this would be really good. So next week, I'll be reviewing a sauce named Dawson's Zuzu 7-Pot. Until then, I'm Henry, and remember, spice up your life. Take care.